So, setz mal das Ganze zusammen. Also, Celestia schwarz mit dem fetten Hifuni. Oh Mann, 10 Pages. Hoho. Ja, und die 2 schwarzen Magneten. Da ist es nicht. Ja, what the fuck, für was ist das, oder? Das ist für ein ganz anderer Case. The fuck. Ich also lauter Imposter-Sachen. Die 2 schwarzen Magneten. Und das ist auch auf der Crystal Ball vom echten Case. Ich kann da nicht so, also. Also die 2 schwarzen Magneten. Oder sie Boste gesehen hat in so einem Bild. Ne. Nur ab 2. So kann doch nicht so weit Sinn gehen. Ah, sie haben bis im Angauer gewartet, manchmal. Dann no. Zwei Inners rakommen. Nee, oder hinter so einem Auer rakommen, du kannst abs anderes. Der Tisch, sie beschwatzen sich. Komm mal, fangen das Ganze vielleicht für High an. Aber das geht halt viel zu lang oben. Okay, kommen wir aber alles da rein. Ja, oh mein Gott, so viele Seiten. Also, die 2 schwarzen Mann nehmen. Tiger hat Götter keinen Sinn, weil ich verstehe nicht, was Nummer das also. Chips gibt noch keinen Sinn, erkennt auf für die Story selber. Aber auch mal das und das Tucker singen, Justice haben wir vor. Ich verstehe nicht, was in der Misch, da steht in von einem da. Mal okay, mal skippen das länger. Das ist 10 Auer, Angauer. Können dran. Sie stecken hin. Warte, das ist ja stimmt, Manga muss so. Wir können dran. Wir können dran. Bestechen sie hin ein Kostüm. Anders man Bot hin hilft ihm ab. Ne, oder? Ja, sie steht schon da um Rad. Akt 3. Taka trifft sich da. Für Justice Hammer vor. Was wäre wohl das nochmal? Ja stimmt, für 6 Uhr Taka ein Chilto, da kann Teen am zerprügelt ihm im Hammer. Das von Justice Hammer vor ihr. Akt 4, Kamera, sie von Kamera. Da gehen sie, sie gehen an der Hände, also an das Library. Und da sind sie hin. Weil als nächstes kann hier steht dann einfach auf. Wann er oder hat. Erinnert den Justice Hammer Free Form. Sie gehen durch noch. Justice Hammer Free. Nee, gibt nur was angekillt. Dann Justice Hammer Free hier gelöscht. So vielleicht. Da fahren sie die zwei. Sachs aus Räume wickeln, ne? Verbrannt hin in den Angelroom. Das sollte Wagger sein, kann der bald und wenn da. Dann, ne? Das kennt Sana gehen. Sie sind am Chillen. Entweder könnt halt dort die Chips oder der Rucksack mit Kiff von den Zirkel sind. Kann man gucken mal, ob das so was vielleicht.
Before anything, the killer persuaded someone to help carry out the murder. And that person was...
Bruh. And that person was... Aber vielleicht könnt du halt... das Bild, wohin so guckt, keine Ahnung. Was war das Bild? Wer soll das Bild so Rush durchstellen? Ich weiß halt nicht. Du hast Taka von Justice immer vorgekillt, wenn es normal so gesagt. Wenn that person ist, und dann müsste ja am Fongramm. Bam. So, oder vielleicht so? Keine Ahnung.
Before anything, the killer persuaded someone to help carry out the murder. And that person was... Hifumi. With an accomplice, the killer was able to execute a number of otherwise impossible schemes. First, they convinced someone to meet them in the rec room last night at 1 in the morning. That someone they met with was Hiro. The murderous duo intended to pass Hiro off as the prime suspect. So when they met up with him, they drugged him, knocked him out, and stuffed him into the Robo-Justice suit. Next, Hifumi positioned himself to make it look like Robo-Justice was attacking him, while the killer used a digital camera to take pictures of the assault. They did all this just to create evidence that would put the suspicion on Hiro. When they were done with him, they shoved him, still unconscious, into the pool room locker. And then finally, at 6 a.m., they moved into the murder phase of their plan. They called Taka to the equipment room. And that's where Hifumi killed him, making it the scene of the first murder. The murder weapon was Justice Hammer 4, which was left there in the equipment room. The reason Hammer number 4 was used was to create confusion about the order of the crimes. So, next they falsified 2 more assault incidents. For these attacks, the killers pretended to be the victims to solidify Robo Justice as the suspect. The first fake incident was the attack in the rec room. There, the killers wanted us to see Justice Hammer 1 and the Robo Justice pictures they'd taken. They wanted to make sure we bought the surprise attack story. The second fake incident was the attack in the library. This time, they planted Justice Hammer 2 and an injured Hifumi to sell us that story. With these 2 incidents, the killers were able to create a certain preconception in our minds. That the suspect was increasing the size of the hammers and attacking people in order as they did. We fell right into their trap and started looking for the suspect based on that. But
sie da wart egal ob man schon eine Gunde Justice Hammer free Justice Hammer free wo ja sei fake Dings ja der double Justice Hammer free mit gesinn wacht mal also du sind mal sicher bei dem halt auch ist dat vun afir seg faked. Nee war méi wéi wo dat? net ze schrëmmer Blut gemar me dann. War an der Bibliothek huet sech fir d'éicht verprügeln geloss, dann ass an Nurses Office gange. Dat mega du ne wat wo gouf hinner méi gekillt he gouf gekillt sie goufen an de Repository bruch mit Taka gouf Uwen beim Laboratory von an hin gefond beim Nurses Office Ja, weil der no ersehen hat in der Fake Death gemein Attacker opbrucht. Und dann nee, ich go von der Bibliothek routen en Hummer op de Kap. Hier war noch okay. Da war an den Nurses Office. Dort ist ein Death gefaked. Wenn soll den Leiche verschwonnen sind an der Repository, wohin aber nach kurz gelieft wird. Ich hat sogar 2 faked, ja, okay, so like, keine Ahnung. Okay, ich war den, kick man einfach kurz fort. Man geht das Ganze nicht durch. Für der Rest sind schon wirklich ganz sicher, das hat er auch gemacht, das ist ja auch accurate. Das ist nur nicht da, wo ich gerade ein bisschen durch lese. Sind Foto gewesen, sind an die Library gegangen. Ganz zum Schluss gibt man dem Random Ass Hammer zerklappt. An der Bibliothek, wo es Justice Hammer 2, 1, wo Celeste an 2, wo sein Asian Ugriff, 3, wo hin am Nurses Office war. Ja, doch. Vor wurde Kill für Taka 3. Ne, 1 wo für ja, der für Celeste. 2 wurde für Hifumi. Das ist das Hammer 3. Dann ist das so, ne? Chips da got Kizen, der Rucksack got auch
The killer
Kizen.
is you! So, next they falsified 2 more assault incidents. For these attacks, the killers pretended to be the victims to solidify Robo Justice as the suspect. The first fake incident was the attack in the rec room. There, the killers wanted us to see Justice Hammer 1 and the Robo Justice pictures they'd taken. They wanted to make sure we bought the surprise attack story. The second fake incident was the attack in the library. This time, they planted Justice Hammer 2 and an injured Hifumi to sell us that story. With these 2 incidents, the killers were able to create a certain preconception in our minds. That the suspect was increasing the size of the hammers and attacking people in order as they did. We fell right into their trap and started looking for the suspect based on that. But while we did that, we left Hifumi alone in the nurse's office. This was exactly what Hifumi was hoping for. We took a blood packet from the refrigerator and Justice Hammer 3 and turned the room into a crime scene in which he himself had apparently been brutally murdered. He let out a scream to draw us back. And when we returned, that's what we found. Meanwhile, the other group that had been out searching found Taka's body at the same time. So when we heard the body discovery announcement, we naturally assumed it was for Hifumi. We left the nurse's office, and Hifumi once again took advantage of the situation. He simply got up and made his escape. When we learned his body had disappeared, we all rushed back to the nurse's office. And once again, Hifumi had the chance he was waiting for. This time, he snuck into the equipment room. He wrapped Taka's body in a tarp and use the dolly to move it all the way down to the repository. That explains how each of the bodies disappeared. But even Hifumi didn't know what the true killer had in mind for their final act. Their plan all along was to kill Hifumi and get rid of the one person who could betray them. And they did it using an ordinary, everyday hammer from the repository. That should cover everything that happened in this case. And the villain behind it all is... Celeste. Sorry, you lose.
I lost? When was the last time I was forced to utter such words? They hang heavy around my neck.
Then you admit it? You're the killer?
Listen to you, trying to take charge, as if you're my private instructor. I, Celestia Ludenberg. Actually, no. Taiko Yasuhiro is fine.
Taiko?
So, you finally accepted it.
I'm the kind of person, once I've lost, I don't like things to drag on.
Interesting.
Oh Mann, ey. What the fuck ist voll einfach ausgelöst? Das heißt effektiv. Oh Mann. Das heißt hat für den Mörder.
Okay, Monokuma. I'm ready to begin. Or, no. I suppose this is the end, isn't it?
It is indeed the moment we've all been waiting for. Time to vote, okay? Okay. If you would, please locate your lever and cast your vote. And when the votes are tallied, who will become the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Mann, ich will das nicht. Oh fuck, schon about the storm, Mann, ich muss da lesen. William Megan, huh? The blackened this time, the true killer we devised the whole stinking scheme was Celestia Ludenberg, or more precisely Taiko Yasuhiro.
Honestly.
I lost. Well, that sucks. I guess trying to work with someone else was a mistake after all. Hifumi's ineptitude was beyond all my calculations.
I knew it.
So you really did approach Hifumi with this plan? But how did you get him to agree? I can't imagine he would have happily agreed to commit murder. I'm sure she relied on a specialty, lying. My specialty? Don't make me laugh. I didn't have to lie to get him to agree.
So then...
Then did you use, you know? I knew you'd figured it out, Kyoko. You're absolutely right. To get Hifumi to act as my accomplice, I used her. For everyone who's still left, I'll avoid mentioning it by name, but it was the one thing Hifumi and Taka were both super into. Does she mean she talking about alter ego?
Say what?
What? What are you talking about?
Just a second.
Don't interrupt, we're in the middle of a very important conversation here. I'm totally out of the loop as usual, how sad.
In other words,
Then you're the one that stole it?
Indeed.
That's right.
I see.
And you used it to drag Hifumi into the plan you'd come up with. Right again. Last night, after we had our meeting about how it disappeared, I paid Hifumi a little visit. Oh, what are you doing here?
Actually,
I was hoping I could talk to you alone. It is about what was stolen. I know who did it. What?
are you okay
It
with
was
this?
Taka. He stole it. What?
So then,
And I have proof. Would you like to see it? As it turned out, I found a use for the digital camera. I'd taken you know what to Taka's room earlier and took pictures of it there. I deleted the picture as soon as I showed it to Hifumi, of course.
Damnation!
Yeah, so it was him. But how did he do it? She was supposed to yell if either of us got close to her. You're correct, which is why Taka forced me to steal it.
Say what?
What?
as for me,
Please forgive me. He threatened me. He did?
as for
He
me,
came to my room last night unannounced, and then it's hard for me to even say. He abused me.
What?
What? And he took pictures. He said if I did not do as he asked, he would show them to everyone. So I had no choice.
Damnation!
That's a crime, an absolute crime. I knew he had gone a little crazy, but
Say what?
I never imagined he would go that far. Die Domina am Phone. It was amazing how completely he bought it. I can't express how enjoyable that was. I'm about to say something I've never said before in my life. I'm going to kill him. I'm going to fucking kill him.
most unfortunate.
Wait, please, if you go now, you will be playing right into his hands.
Actually,
Taka is planning to use her to escape. And he has made you his target.
What?
Escape? You don't mean... Taka is going to try to kill you. What?
indeed.
And also he can keep her to himself. That bastard. Bastard.
Honestly.
Can we allow him to continue with these barbaric acts? Absolutely not. How could I? She...
I swear!
I have to save her.
Actually,
Dan, would you like to join with me? It just so happens I have come up with a plan. Huh? I have devised a way to reclaim what you have stolen and escape this dreadful school. And with that, it is complete. What are you talking about? Oh, nothing. Hifumi agreed without a second thought. The effect that item had on him was remarkable. The power of love, even the love as twisted as that, can still drive people mad, it would seem. You disgust
I
me.
see.
I have another question for you. Was that strange costume Hifumi's creation?
indeed.
Yeah, it was a real pain in the butt too. All I asked him to do was make something to hide the face and general body size. I had no idea he'd make something like that, but it's my fault for picking him in the first place.
But
So why did you decide to make me the suspect? Because you're stupid. That's it.
Let's see.
And in that regard, I made the right choice. I'm so glad your stupidity surpassed my every expectation. Life must have been tough on your parents though. I feel like I could cry. But when you were explaining your plan to Hifumi, how did you explain the part about him playing that? What she's asking is, what was Hifumi supposed to do after that, assuming you'd actually let him live?
Are you okay with this?
That's simple. After he did his part and pretend to be dead, once someone showed up, I told him to say he'd been seriously wounded. He was on the verge of death, but he just barely held on. And he really believed that? Well, of course, that wasn't all there was to it. As I explained it to Hifumi, the plan was, while you were all questioning him about what had happened to him, I was going to murder someone else. At that point, Hifumi would have an alibi, so nobody could doubt him. I told him that, and he believed it. It all seems very straightforward, stereotypical. I just matched the lie to the level of the opponent. In fact, Hifumi ate it up. He believed the lie wholeheartedly right up until the moment of his death.
so in the end,
So you had planned to kill him all along. But of course, there would have been no point to my plan if the one who pretended to be dead did not end up dead himself. How can human life mean so little to you?
Well,
That's a non-issue. I simply did everything in my power to
don't
win.
be mean.
Now you sound like Byakuya.
I wonder about
No,
that.
he derives his pleasure from the thrill of the hunt. In that aspect, we are nothing alike.
Why?
Then what made you take things this far? What the heck? Was it really just for money? Are you talking about the $10 million Monokuma offered us? That is a lot of money, it's true. But that's not all there is to it. From the moment of new life here began, my only thought has been escape. But all along you've been saying how we have to accept living here.
You little bitch.
Obviously that was a lie. Whoa.
Hey!
I couldn't take it, I hated it from day one. More than anyone else here.
You little
I
bitch.
wanted to get out. Every day was fresh torture. And do you want to know why, huh?
This is fine.
Because I had a dream. And accepting a life here would have meant nothing less than giving up on my dream forever.
Honestly.
And there was no way that I could ever do that. In the underground world of gambling, I risked my life to make a metaphorical killing.
As for me,
And it was all for that dream. And that was this dream of yours?
isn't it
To
wonderful?
live in a European castle. A castle? And to gather handsome men from all over the world to serve as my butlers / bodyguards. I was going to make them dress up like vampires and satisfy my every need. Once I obtained that, I would have created a perfectly aesthetic world of decadence.
This is fine.
Wie auch immer. Living the rest of my life, that was my only dream, my only goal. That's what life is all about. Combined with my own winnings, Monokuma's $10 million would have made that dream a reality. I got right to the edge.
There is nothing to be done.
Unfortunately, my dream has been scattered to the winds. Still, I don't have any regrets. I pursued my dream till the very end, so why would I?
Just the worst.
You sound so passionate, but you were really able to kill your own friends for it. You're asking me to feel guilty. That's a pointless endeavor. I think nothing of sacrificing others for my own ends. I feel nothing.
Do you understand?
That's all there is to me. That's what makes me complete. Isn't it terrifying how different our values are? There's simply no room for understanding.
What is this?
That's what we should be saying, and plus, how can you be so calm? Don't you realize you're about to die? Why aren't you scared? My ability to lie is unrivaled, and I take pride in that. It's not just other people, I can even fool my own emotions. The conscious deceives the unconscious. That's why you're not scared?
Yes, indeed.
That's right, I don't fear death. Kill me however you like. But you know, if I could be reincarnated, if I had a choice,
Isn't
then
it wonderful?
I think I would like to come back as Marie Antoinette.
Hey.
You just got executed again. Celeste smiled then, and when she did, it looked to me like a poor effort to force it. She claimed she could fool her own feelings, but the statement itself must have been a final lie, and that weak fake smile is what betrayed her.
Thrills, chills,
You all done? Okay, then let's get
kills.
rolling. The black had disturbed the peace and must pay the
Now
price.
then, I prepared a very special punishment.
The ultimate gam.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
Oh, come on.
I guess I'll let Kyoko hold on to this. What?
This is...
Will it really give you the hope you're looking for? I can't say I ever saw it that way. Which is why... Actually, it's not important. Well then, take care, everyone. Perhaps we'll meet again. In another life.
Oh Mann, ey. Also er verbrannt an den Aufnahme fuhr. Oh. It's over. The third execution is over. Celeste's death is over. Celeste killed my friend, so I can't pity her, but I also can't deny that at one point I considered her a friend too. And for him to just come along and... Isn't it just awful? Someone couldn't cut free of their regrets from the outside world, and so more people have to die.
Scream!
You guys are still young, you need to place more value in your lives.
What are you gonna do?
Jeez, and yeah, I thought you guys were gonna pass the torch of hope to the next generation.
Let me out of
What do you care about hope? I'll throw it in the trash if you just let me out of here.
Too bad.
You're all the embodiment of hope, whether you like it or not. And it's my destiny to knock you down one by one. It's sad, yes it is, but that's reality, just can't be avoided. Don't talk like you're not responsible. How long are you gonna make us keep going through this? What do you want from us? God, I'm so sick of people asking me that. Give it a rest already. So anyway, Kyoko, did I see you get some kind of key type object from Celeste?
Hey!
So, what's the deal with that?
What?
What's the matter?
So then,
I'll answer your question if you answer mine.
you...
What did you do? What did you do to me? What?
Hey,
Answer me, what did you do to my body?
Ooh,
Oh
how
man, jeez, oh man, jeez, what do you mean? What did I do? I have no idea, I don't know anything about it. What was that just now? The mastermind did something to Kyoko's body? What does it mean?
Hello.
Okay, things are getting kinda awkward. I think it's about time I got out of here.
Well?
Meanwhile, you guys can now go on enjoying your school life. If you get lonely, give me a shot. Not that I'll do anything about it, of course.
See ya later!
See ya! Monokuma disappeared, leaving us all depressed and in despair, although it wasn't all despair. There was one small hope. Hey Kyoko, Monokuma already mentioned it, but what's that key that Celeste gave you? Most likely, it's the key to one of the dressing room lockers.
Huh?
What? Then that means... Celeste probably hid it in there.
Hey,
I suppose sometimes it's easiest to miss what's right beneath your nose. Well then, we'd better go check.
indeed.
Good idea. We left the courtroom and rushed to the dressing room. As we approached the dressing room, Kyoko looked back at us and said, I'm going to go on alone from here. Everyone else head to the dining hall. I'll check in with you later.
What?
Why exactly are you going alone?
So...
Do you even have to ask? As she spoke, she glanced quickly at the surveillance camera.
Come on.
That's not what I mean. Why you? There's still the risk of a spy, you know. Then I'll go
What?
too. You? Please let me go. Standing here arguing is just going to draw more attention to us.
Goodbye.
Yeah, do whatever you want. Thank you, Byakuya.
well then.
Then it's up to you now.
Yo!
I'm gonna go to the dining hall, okay? So Makoto and Kyoko are gonna go together? Does that mean what I think it means?
Okay.
Good luck, Makoto. Girls like her totally push up us when you show a little backbone. I tried to forget what Tina said. Everyone headed to the dining hall, leaving me and Kyoko there alone.
Shall we go?
Well, shall we? Yeah.
So then,
We need to get into that locker. Kyoko took the key Celeste had given her and unlocked the locker. And as the locker swung open, we saw...
You really came.
Good morning. It's been a while, hasn't it? It's safe, thank goodness. I'd never heard Kyoko sound so relieved. It was like she was speaking from the bottom of her heart. It did just what Celeste asked. I didn't say a word. I stayed quiet the entire time. Oh, and I think I might be able to open the last set of files soon, maybe as early as tomorrow. I'm doing my best, so please wait just a while longer. So now we can officially say the case is closed. As far as this incident is concerned, sure, but... Can we take a second? Since we have this opportunity, I want you to be honest with me. Kyoko, please tell me, what are you trying to do all on your own here at the school?
you...
Is that why you wanted to come here with me?
However,
Regardless, that's not something you need to know right now. I don't need to know. That just makes me even more worried.
what?
Worried? Like what happened during the investigation this time? You disappeared and we didn't see you again. Without warning, without explanation. When you do that,
Indeed.
it's only natural that they think I'm the mastermind spy, right? And you too. No! I believe in you.
What?
You believe in me? Isn't it obvious? People believe in their friends, right? That's why I want you to tell me, and I want you to believe in me too, because we're friends. I understand.
It's true.
Then maybe I can believe in you, just a little bit more. Then...
That's fine.
Fine, I'll tell you. I'll tell you where I've been disappearing, where I've been going. You see? What I heard from Kyoko then was, well, frankly, it kind of blew my mind. Right after I told Kyoko I believe in her, she told me a story that was, well, almost unbelievable. I decided I had to confirm what she told me with my own 2 eyes, so I waited for nighttime to come. And when it did, I went into action.
Correct.
The boys' bathroom on the 2nd floor doesn't have surveillance camera or monitor in it. And in the storage closet there, way in the back. She said it was way in the back of the boys' bathroom storage closet, but could Kyoko really be right about this? Ja, wir warten einfach bis den nächsten Tag können, da können wir Dingsen. Da können wir abhalten am Part, ne? Perspektiv schwangen stehen dazu sogar ein Spät ab. It's just a normal storage closet as far as I can tell. The secret Kyoko told me about, could it really be hidden here? Boah, that could a fake nose. She said that it was way in the back of the storage closet, but I mean seriously, without thinking I placed my hand on the back of the storage closet and suddenly as if we were being yanked in. At the same time as I heard that sound, I fell through the wall. I had no idea what was going on. I had fallen through the back of the storage closet. Huh? It turned out the back wall was like a revolving door and I'd made my way to the other side. Just like Kyoko had said.
Correct.
In the boys' bathroom on the 2nd floor there's a storage closet and way in the back of the closet there's a secret room. So this is the secret room, but what's in here? There's a bunch of files and what looked like volume after volume of field books, they're all covered in dust. Looking at everything, one file at the edge of the bookshelf caught my eye. Hope's Peak Academy Student Registry, this is the only thing in here not covered in dust. Someone been looking at it recently. I slipped the file into my hand, but before I had a chance to take a look at it, a slip of paper fell out of the file and I turned my attention to it. What's this? You must not leave. That's kinda weird. I could understand if it said like I can't leave, but you must not leave? What is this? My head feels funny. This strange sensation. It's like déjà vu. Those words, you must not leave. I've seen them somewhere before. But I can't quite remember. What do I know? What don't I know? Aye. Wait, what? A strange sound rang out through my head. It felt like it was shaking my brain back and forth, and then darkness. I don't understand what's happening. I don't know what started it. It's all over. With that, I opened my eyes. I didn't know how long it had been. Uh-oh. Apparently something hit me and I lost consciousness. That's all I understood. The dull, throbbing pain in my head proved that much at least. Bruh. An empty bookshelf, empty? Gone? It's all gone. The yearbooks, the student registry, and even the note that had fallen on the floor. It's all gone? What does this mean? But my brain refused to do any more work. The insistent pain in my head began to spread across the rest of my body. For now, I should go back to my room, get some rest. My body was heavy with pain, my mind heavy with thought. I dragged myself back toward my room. Somehow I made it back to the 1st floor of the school. The farther I walked, the more I felt things are getting blurry, can't see in front of me. I couldn't stop myself from collapsing right there. And after that... As if from a vast distance I heard a sound. It was faint but undeniable. That sound, it's coming from the gym? As I desperately hauled my shaky frame toward the gym, the sound got stronger and stronger. What's going on? It can't be nothing. Here in the gym? I didn't make a sound as I opened the door to the gym. The sounds coming from inside meanwhile only intensified that much more. Before me there raged a battle beyond anything humanly possible. No, one side's not human, that's for sure, but regardless, I couldn't stop staring. I forgot to move or even breathe.
Why, you what do you think you're doing? I asked you a question. What's the meaning of this?
No.
How dare you defy me? This wasn't part of the deal!
The deal?
I've made a decision. I will no longer retreat, no longer compromise, no longer regret. I've made my decision. I'm going to resist you.
Okay, but you do realize what will happen if you go through with this, right? You haven't forgotten, have you? What I'm holding hostage?
What am I looking at? What am I hearing? A hostage? Then could it be? The mastermind spy is... Intergalactic hero. Oh no. You received a Super Robo Justice present. Do you want to save data? Yes. Oh fuck. Leon killed Sayaka. Monokuma killed Junko. Then Leon got executed. Then Mondo killed Chihiro. And then he got executed. Hifumi killed Taka, then Celeste killed Hifumi. Then she got executed. And that brings us up to now. The next morning in the dining hall, the day after Celeste's case. So now there's only 5 of us here, only a third of the number of people we started with.
Indeed.
Loneliness has become commonplace. That's true. Still. What did I see yesterday? I don't understand. Sakura is the mastermind spy. Can that really be true? Odo, are you okay? No, I'm fine. I can't bring it up in front of the others. If I did that, it would just confuse everyone that much more.
Okay.
Okay, in that case, let's eat till we pass out.
Huh?
What do you mean, in that case?
I mean,
Well, cause look how scary everyone looks. It's gotta be cause you're all fighting on empty stomachs, right? If you feel your belly, I'm sure you'll all cheer up, so let's eat. Let's grab some fish and donuts and eat till we can't stand up.
What?
That's like a deep impact style meteor impact, extinction level event combination of foods. What? Those are both breakfast time top sellers. Still, the till we can't stand up part is a problem. After we're done, we need to go explore.
I see.
That's right, since the class fair is over, new areas should have opened up.
It's true.
Plus, we still have Alter Ego, we don't have to give in to despair just yet. She's right, we have to plan ahead and think about the future.
you got it.
Yeah, think happy thoughts, not deathy thoughts.
You know?
Like when we're gonna get out of here, right?
Serious.
When this is all over, I think I wanna get reborn for serious, I mean, reborn as someone serious.
Well,
Hey, are you okay? That sounds like something someone who was about to die would say. I'm totally okay, I'm not gonna die. Why? Because there aren't gonna be any more murders. What makes you so sure?
According to the
I
spirits.
predicted it last night. Since it revealed itself to me from the Adder, there's no doubt about it.
However,
How accurate is your fortune telling anyway?
How about that?
I can usually hit 20 or 30% on a good day. That seems really low.
It's not like some
Well,
occult
yeah, it's
mystery.
not like it's ESP or whatever. Of course I'm gonna get it right
The
sometimes.
occult is bullcrap.
I told you my fortune telling isn't like some occult thing.
so,
Fortune telling isn't occult.
You got it all wrong.
Of course not, clairvoyance is clairvoyance. Don't put it in the same category as cattle mutilation. Cattle what?
So...
He's referring to the urban legend where aliens abduct cows and dissect them as part of their research.
Actually,
No, you're calling it in an urban legend. As a matter of fact, it's true, and as a matter of fact, it's happened to me. It all happened one day when I went to go get a hamburger. It was a place I'd never been before. They claimed their patties were 100% all beef, so I got a burger to go and headed home.
but
And before
the
long,
end is
the
nigh.
sky was filled with mysterious blinding lights.
Some crazy beam came out of nowhere and locked onto my hamburger. And as soon as the beam touched it, the burger started floating in midair. And then... still floating there. The entire burger started coming apart. One part of it just vanished, while the rest fell back into my hand. Do you realize what that means? It means the burger wasn't 100% beef. It must have had some pork or something mixed in. Something like 70% pork and 30% beef would be my guess. You can't trick me.
So they stormed back into the burger place and got up in the manager's grill, and they totally admitted it. It wasn't 100% beef, they totally mixed in ground pork with it.
How about that?
Oh, you see, that is cattle mutilation. I kinda got lost halfway through. I can tell if you're for the color against it, you stink of
Don't
stupidity.
be mean.
I stink of how dare you. Well, you're distinct though. That's fine. That's fine. Anyway, I hope your prediction turns out to be true. Well, at the very least, I won't murder anyone. Me either, I mean, I would never.
Of course.
Me either.
Indeed.
Nor I. That goes for me too, of course, I could never kill any of my friends. Felt like those words of encouragement were helping us come together as one. After so much sacrifice and hardship, we'd finally become united, but...
Well.
To be honest, I wish Byakuya and Toku were here for this too.
But
But they're so hard to deal with, they only think about themselves. Yeah, we're better off without them, I say. That was enough to prove. We were united for the time being, but within that bond hid weakness and fragility. Chapter 4 All-Star Apologies. We began our search as soon as we'd finished our breakfast in the dining hall. We had to find out what had opened up, what was waiting for us. So. Und wir sind schon bald bei einer halben Stunde. Wie gesagt, das wird auch gedealt, weil das ist viel zu fett. Ja. Dann machst du hier für gucken. Speichern haben wir ganz sehr. Aber wie gesagt, mit Celeste, das. Oh. Fuck. So. Das war okay. Daily Life bleibt dann. So, dann machst du hier für gucken und bis nächstes Mal.